Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final game of our stream tonight as we're going to be watching the Indianapolis Uwu team go against Jacksonville. And I'm going to be here casting with Grayless. Grayless, how you doing?
I'm doing great, and I think you got it wrong. It's the Jacksonville Uwu team.
Oh, god dang it.
You did good.
I'm over here studying notes and everything, and I already messed up. I love it.
We're good. We move.
We move on, and we move on to this first game here. This is getting on its way. Here we go into game number 1. And right here we see Indianapolis with a strong kickoff. Wolfie going to be taking control here, flicking you over 1. Try to get past 2, can't, as Boku will be back on this. DMZ getting demoed out. And Frosty staying close to it. Goes right behind Fluffy. DMZ taking his time here, trying to get it past 1. Does just that. Fluffy gets over to DMZ. DMZ passing it down mid, and no one there to answer the call. And was keeping the ball into the Jacksonville side here. So he pops it over to 1. DMZ trying to get a shot in, and he will do just that. Beautiful pass from Boku.
Boku's able to beat out 2 people from Jacksonville here and actually just bounce it off the backboard. Slendy wasn't expecting it, so Dom gets an easy free open net ball.
Absolutely. As Indianapolis is now up 1-0 with 4:26 left to clock. Jacksonville starting their attack into the Indianapolis side. And here we have Slendy with the first shot of their side. Was not able to put it in. Boku just trying to put a ball on target. Can't do that. Frosty trying to get it up. Can't get it past Fluffy. And now we have Slendy trying to make something out of this mess that is happening. Indy not able to convert that pressure they had going on here. Fluffy able to get it past 1, but not able to follow up on the ball. So Boku will come in. Slendy trying to knock it up. No one there to answer the call. He'll stay close and nearby. As Fluffy gets a touch he didn't really want, and that was almost a dangerous shot from Slendy. Thankful that it was not on target, as that shot was just off, barely hitting the back post.
I'm loving this. Sorry, go ahead.
It's like Jacksonville just barely missing the shots they're taking right now.
Yeah, I'm loving the speed that Jacksonville is now coming out with after realizing Indy is trying to slow a lot of the plays down, trying to pick it right back up.
Absolutely. As DMZ trying to get the ball on target, can't do it. As it's going to get cleared out by Jacksonville. Boku keeping the ball in play. Boku gets a dunk onto Slendy. And that ball is going to travel carelessly over the Jacksonville side. And it looks like Jacksonville's going to start their clear now. Wolfie knocking the ball out deep. DMZ staying distant, but Boku's going to be the one to take it up. Looks like he was going to try to start an air dribble, but gets bumped off. And now we got Slendy. He's going to start his own air dribble attempt. He goes up high with it, gets a nice flick onto it, trying to put it into the goal, but just can't get the angle again. Ball just too far away from him. Wolfie gets a nice little pop over right there. Frosty's going to keep this ball in play right down the middle, down to Slendy. Slendy trying to hit it off the crossbar and just misses. Ball still in the middle of the field, but there's going to be no one there, and Boku's going to take his time to get it past. Wolfie trying to get it clear, but it goes right into Fluffy's hand. And Fluffy's actually going to win the dunk there. Yeah, and Indianapolis starting to put the pressure down on the Jacksonville side. Can't get anything to go. Fluffy popping it up over 1. DMZ trying to get it down into the net. Can't do it. Gets a great pass to Fluffy again. And it's just wide. Both teams getting great opportunities, but they're just off slightly on their angles, and it's not allowing them to get these shots on target.
Indy's finally putting out the bring it slow on defense, and we're flipping it on offense right now. And another demo comes out for them. It's insane speed right now that they're doing.
Absolutely. As Jacksonville, even though they're down 1 goal, they need to find something to get this momentum back on their side. Even though it is 1 goal down, it still can feel like a lot if you don't have anything on the... Here we are with Frosty once again, trying to get something. Can't get it past Boku. Wolfie trying to put it on the backside, but DMZ is sitting patiently in net, getting the demo on the way out. Here we go, Fluffy passing it down the field. DMZ trying to read it, but won't be able to get there before Slendy will. And another demo coming out on the Jacksonville side. Boku just trying to get past this 1, can't do that. Fluffy staying close with the ball here. Frosty will still take control as Indianapolis again starting another attack on their side. And a hard read to read off the corner, but DMZ will score.
Yeah, it's a very hard ball to read, especially right after a pinch from the ceiling. Slendy's just not able to read it perfectly, and then DMZ there again, just able to clean up.
Yes, and now they're up 2-0 in the game. Fluffy gonna be the one on the kickoff here to win it. Slendy can't get it. DMZ popping it up high. Frosty having the jump. Can't get the read. Fluffy on top of it. And can't get the shot on target. Wolfie banging it down.
maybe third time's the charm for the backward.
Possibly. Possibly. Slendy going up high again. Wolfie right there. Trying to knock down. Can't. DMZ looking for a shot. And will get just that. They take a 3-0 lead.
Triple commit out of Jacksonville is something you never want to see, and definitely took him as a surprise when, again, DMZ, I believe it's his third goal of the night, already just absolutely dominating the Jacksonville defense.
Yeah, even I was starting to think for a second that Jacksonville was shooting more than defending right there. Kind of caught me off guard. But right here, Indianapolis catching the Jacksonville off guard off the kickoff. Fluffy getting it past one. DMZ trying to put it on target. Can't get there. Would have been a goal if he just got it on target since there was no one there. Here we go with Frosty trying to tackle on Boku. Takes his time leaving it for his teammate. DMZ banging that ball. And it's starting a little bit of volleyball back and forth with both teams just trying to pop it over the other team. And they just can't. Another backward read not read well enough. And here's DMZ. Can they get a goal? Yes, they can. And they will take the 4-0 lead with 4 seconds left.
DMZ literally has all 4 goals for the Indy squad. Perfect shot placement, perfect timing, and places to be. He's been there every single.
I mean, he has more points than everybody in this lobby combined right now. It is ridiculous. As we are just waiting for this ball to drop down. And there is another goal on the way out of game number 1 as Indianapolis absolutely demolishes Jacksonville game 1.
Well, it's about time someone other than DMZ gets a chance at scoring a goal here, as Fluffy's able to put this one just straight top left, even though it might not be, you know, for the win. It's still a good consolation goal. His stats are padded now. He's good.
Yep, he's done all he can do now.
No, yeah, this game was pretty much a chalk up from the start. Jacksonville not looking on form right now. They need to clean up a lot of hits. A lot of communication needs to be cleaned up. Too many double commits. Even a triple commit is extremely bad.
Yeah, that triple commit definitely was a crucial, wake up moment if it isn't already, that they need to start communicating better. And it's going to come down to, more control of the ball here. I saw a lot of the play they were doing with a lot of bangs, and the only time they would go for control is whenever they're going for a solo play. Control just needs to be something they need to focus on in general to kind of set up opportunities for their teammates, set up opportunities, for themselves, whatever it takes, just anything to get them to not get scored on every 2 seconds. It felt like that game, because Indianapolis, I don't know if they just prepped for this game over the other game, but they definitely got Jacksonville's number right now.
Definitely seems like Jacksonville's trying to be too fast to the ball, and they really just want to play their in game, and they're not bending to the way Indy is trying to play, where they're taking their time a lot of the time when they see these balls being banged at them. There's no one just following up, so they're going to take their time. They're going to pass it off, and then you have DMZ just sending in goals.
Exactly. Indianapolis looking like a threatening team here. They've been warmed up since the last series, so I can only imagine how this series is going to be. Here we go with Indianapolis able to get a good kickoff here, but Jacksonville's going to be the one to actually capitalize. Slendy taking his time up here. DMZ doing the exact opposite, trying to set something up now and continue this momentum they've had from game number 1. Boku popping it up high. DMZ trying to set up an opportunity for his third man here, but no one's going to be there to capitalize on top of it. Boku, another center coming out here. Fluffy all over that. And it is just another easy shot for Indianapolis.
And what a play. What a play, even by Jacksonville, trying to get these long passes out, but Boku's just there to constantly intercept it and get a nice bounce off the wall. Fluffy already up, already knows it perfectly.
Absolutely. As here we go once again with Jacksonville trying to get something started here, but Indianapolis with the control, trying to get into that top corner, just barely misses, but will not miss this one. It will be saved, though. And Indianapolis cannot put the ball in the net right now.
Jacksonville just had a complete breakdown on defense there. Luckily, they got lucky and ball hits the post a few times. They can walk away scot-free.
Here we go. Indianapolis with another counterattack. Gets it past all the Jacksonville defenders and just barely misses off the side. Fluffy just trying to stay near the ball. DMZ gets 50 by Slendy. And that ball's going to be another great look for Jacksonville as another double commit towards the ball. And no goal will result of it. Fluffy trying to get this ball back to Jacksonville's side. Frosty has other ideas. He stays near the ball. 50's Boku on top. DMZ taking his time in the corner. Slendy all over the top of him. Ball coming out mid. Fluffy with the clear and was back into the Jacksonville side once again. And gets it around their last man. And Slendy with the last second save right there. Absolutely perfect rotation for him to be there just when they needed him.
Good place, good time for Slendy to actually be there and actually get a save. Definitely turned away the Indy defense, or Indy offense for a while.
Absolutely, as all Indianapolis players go up for that ball, and Jacksonville still not able to clear the ball out of their own half. And that ball barely missing for hitting the top corner of the post. Jacksonville needs to get this ball over into the Indianapolis side and get some momentum going into this, whether it's the pressure or whether it's the goal. Here we go. Once again, ball back to the Jacksonville side. Indianapolis already set up an offense. Jacksonville needs to do something here. Boku trying to pop it up again. DMZ trying to get on top of it. Can't get it in. That ball is just going to bounce carelessly into the corner here. Frosty taking his time. He popped it up over one. Low boost here. Can't get anything to go. Leaving it for his teammate. He's going to dump Boku. Boku's going to pop this out over to Jacksonville's side. Gets demoed by Slendy. And Frosty taking his time here with a little bit of control play. Pops it up high. Fluffy up top. Boku trying to get it. Can't get a touch on it. Slendy has the shot if he can get it in fast enough. And it will go right by Boku, but it will not go right into the net. Unfortunate shot right there.
Wendy needs to get a little bit more fine on how she places those shots. That definitely should have gone in. Need to look at that one again.
Absolutely, and Frosty not able to get a touch here, but he does get the 100 boost on the blue side, stealing it from them. Wolfie trying to get it past one. Does just that. Can he get past two? Yes, he can, but DMZ is waiting for that touch. Fluffy already up on the other side of the field, trying to dunk it. Can't get it. DMZ trying to put it, and it just hits the top of the backboard. And here we go with Jacksonville starting their own attack down the other side of the pitch. A little bit off center, but it is nonetheless not a goal, resulting in it in another clear out to the Jacksonville side. I swear this whole game has felt like it has been in Jacksonville's half.
It really has, and he's been keeping up the entire pressure the entire game. And I think Jacksonville tried to listen to us. Maybe they were listening to us. They're trying to go for these more slower plays, but they're now taking these slower plays and inopportunistic.
Yeah, there hasn't been a lot of boost out there. Fluffy had plenty to put this one on target and take the 2-0 lead.
Unlucky touch in the corner, just able to go into Boku's hands. Great infield pass. Fluffy's just the way to be guy.
Absolutely. And right now, they're up 2-0, and if they win this game, they'll be up 2-0 in the series. Jacksonville needing to find something here, something to get them clawed out of here. Fluffy up to the ball first. Wolfie pre-jumping, but getting beat here. DMZ on top of his stinky feet, back to save it. And Boku trying to get a shot, can't do it. Wolfie staying near the ball here. Starting up a dribble of his own, goes for the flick, gets dunked by DMZ. DMZ can't get it past the first man, trying to get a way through. Stinky feet gonna take his time here. Gets to the 50 on the first man, gets a 50 on the second man. And Jacksonville starting their own counterattack now. We see them go down the pitch. Fluffy hitting it over to Stinky Feet. Slendy trying to get the ball, can't. Stinky Feet staying with it, popping it up. Fluffy banging it over to banging it over the middle, and DMZ unable to get the ball there. Slendy staying near the ball here. DMZ trying to get the ball, can't get a hit on that. Uncharacteristic of this team. Stinky trying to get it into the goal, gets a bump from Wolfie, but can't get a shot on target once again. And once the ball hits the ground, it will be a 2-0 for Indianapolis, not only in the game, but in series.
Jacksonville is, they're getting there. Maybe a little too late now, but they need to start putting the shots in the net. They're now getting around it, so maybe next time the ball starts going into. That's all we can really hope for because it seems like they're crashing on defense. A lot of it comes down to communication. Seems like just they need a hard reset, like a big reset button, and just reset everything. Comms, play, just this is a new game.
Yeah, and I think they even reset one of their names. I don't remember. It might just be a name change. I'm not 100% sure, but either way, Jacksonville needs to find an answer to, be the Uwu squad that we all know and love.
Oh god, the Ulu squad, and it hurts me even more that Frosty is Frosty. Uh, but I mean, I guess they thought it would give them some luck. It doesn't look like it's doing any luck on stream tonight. We load into, I believe it's game 3 now. This is all for Indies taking 3-0 after they already got their what did they lose the first game here?
No, they're actually up 2-0 in the series now. Indianapolis.
I meant the game from earlier that they played.
Oh no, they got swept.
Yep. Okay. Maybe they can salvage something out of tonight.
Yes. Hey,
Had to
going
refresh my
1-1
memory.
in 2 series, hey, that's good enough. And speaking of good enough, here's a good enough game 3 for us as we move on. DMZ trying to knock the ball out into the Jacksonville side. Once again, Fluffy not being the one to turn the ball there. A little bit of missed opportunity, but nonetheless, it will not hurt them too badly as Jacksonville will finally get into the Indianapolis side. And a missed touch from Fluffy. DMZ trying to pop it over 1. Does just that. Try to get it past 2. Gets a 50 out with Wolfie. Wolfie trying to pop it over. Frosty popping the ball up. Can't get it in there. Slendy missing the ball here, but Wolfie will be there to capture it. Here we go with Fluffy. Trying to put a shot on target, get a little bit of pressure going. DMZ chunk. Might be a double touch here, and it will be a beautiful puree of just shots.
Absolutely reads this off of the Jacksonville touch. Sets it up perfectly, not too high above the net, not in the net, just enough to get it, and he actually slips it past all 3 members of Jacksonville.
Absolutely beautiful to watch there as Indianapolis will take the 1-0 lead into game number 3 here. Jacksonville needing to find some way to put the ball in the net, as I honestly can't remember the last time they've scored in this series. I don't think they scored in the second game, but I can't remember they scored in the first game either.
They have not. They have gotten all around the net and then nowhere near. No, they got nowhere near the net and then all the way around the net. So this game we're hoping in the net. So maybe it follows the trend.
I mean, the only other option is under the net, but I don't think they allow you to do it.
I mean, unless you got some big operation going here, I don't know.
Hey, somehow, some way, it's still gonna happen. As DMZ tries to get it past 1, Frosty staying near the ball here, trying to get the 50, does just that. Boku staying with the ball here, nice and tight. Both players fighting for boost here and ball. As Frosty is able to stay near it, leaving it for his teammate. Teammate doesn't get a touch onto it, and a dangerous ball right in front of the Jacksonville net. Once again, it's just been, I don't know what to say. Jacksonville just hasn't been on their A game today.
They have not. It's been a very slow and monotonous series for them right now. They definitely wish this was over and they were not.
Absolutely. Boku is trying to get a shot on target, trying to make it a 2-0. Can't get it. DMD with a pop-up and a demo coming out onto Frosty. Boku is going to try to put a shot on target. Wolfie's going to be there. Boku almost still able to get another touch on that. DMZ looking for a double, triple, quadruple, quintuple. I can't even count how many touches that was, but Fluffy will make sure it will go in nonetheless.
Definitely think DMZ got at least 3 touches there, able to set it down and just beat 2 people from Jacksonville, absolutely out them, and just leaving the ball for Fluffy.
I mean, just a beautiful play. I mean, almost highlight worthy if he would have been the one to score. But nonetheless, still amazing to watch here. As Slendy will go into the Indianapolis side here. Fluffy trying to pop it over 1. Ball going down middle, but again, no one there to capitalize on this. No one to challenge it. Wolfie popping it up to Fluffy.
Definitely seems like those some issues that Minnesota was having in our previous game where no one's able to follow up with the ball.
Absolutely. I'm not saying that Indianapolis hasn't had some amazing out here, but at the same time, Jacksonville hasn't had the most. Here we go with Frosty, hitting it into the wrong side of the field. Wolfie trying to get it out there, can't do so. Boku popping it up mid, right over to Fluffy. Fluffy just getting the ball saved by Frosty. Frosty can't get a touch on his Slendy, just popping it up so Fluffy doesn't get a shot opportunity. But Frosty's still going to find a way to pop it over, or Fluffy's going to find a way to pop it over to Boku. DMZ staying tight with the ball here, trying to pop it over one, can't do that. Goes past one somehow. Fluffy popping it up once again, and it is going to go into the corner of Indianapolis here. Jacksonville needs to get a goal sometime soon, and just like that, it's back into Jacksonville half. DMZ trying to get something to go here, can't get anything. Jacksonville going once again, pops down to the corner, Boku clearing it once again. Wolfie trying to keep it in the midfield. DMZ on top of it. Slendy trying to keep this ball into the corner. Wolfie staying nearby, gets beat by one. Frosty gets the ball out, popped up once again. Needs to score now. There's only a minute left before you get 3-0 swept if you do not score. DMZ cannot get a touch on the ball. Jacksonville back into the other side. Fluffy hitting it back towards their side. Almost gets it underneath Frosty, but can't get the touch he wanted to. Boku popping the ball up high. And it's starting to seem like Indianapolis is just playing defensive now. They're just playing deep as can be.
Definitely seems like they took their foot off the pedal right now. Just trying to 50 it, waste some time in the midfield, see what they can do with the ball.
Exactly. They're trying to make Jacksonville hit the shot, and if we've seen anything this series, Jacksonville has not been able to do just that. Here we go with Wolfie. He gets it past him. Can he put this on target? Just off the backboard. And there you go. There's another example of a stopper. And just like that, we are just waiting for this ball to hit the ground and confirm that Indianapolis has swept Jacksonville 3-0.
You hate to see it. I mean, I think Wolfie had a card change there over to Dominus. I don't believe we've seen that one yet. But I guess he just wasn't used to it. I ended up putting it off the post when it really should have gone in. It was a wide open net.
Absolutely. And it's one of those things we were talking about timing, pushing forward or, falling back or whatever you want to call it. Just getting in that right spot, that time, that speed, all that thing. This game is all about momentum and flow and everything. And it just felt like Jacksonville just didn't have any. And now they have no wins.
Yeah, no points. Sad to walk away from that with a with 0 points to their name. They're definitely going to be falling down the standings here. Even though they were looking like one of the top teams at one point, sitting on, I think, the first seed in the Eastern. Definitely need to go back to the replays, work on something, figure out what to do, and get with it.
Absolutely. But either way, that will do it for this series here. Thank you guys all for coming out tonight on the stream. It was a pleasure for me and all the people out here in production as well. And we will catch you guys in the next stream.